Hello everybody, it's Noah Katz. I just want to have a quick conversation and talk to you about inventory levels. This is a back of the house, operations related conversation. Thank you for everything that you do. We have such beautiful stores. They are incredible. The job we do, taking care of our customers, the job you do, taking care of your customers, we thank you. So we want to have a quick conversation. We were having a finance conversation, a finance meeting about back of the house finances of all the stores. We were talking about inventory levels, the inventory levels in the stores. How much inventory do you need to do the business that you're doing? You work in a produce department. How much inventory do you need to do that business every week? You calculate inventories every 4 weeks. If you work in the deli, how much inventory do we need to do the business? Well, you know what your inventory levels are. We have those numbers. We know how much business we're doing. So we were having a conversation, a high level, global conversation at the company level, and each store, how much inventory do we have as a company? And on a store-by-store basis, like if we have a store that has, say, a certain amount of inventory in the store to do a certain amount of business, right? Then how come another store has the same amount of inventory and does a little less business or a little more business, right? If a store is doing, say, $100,000 a week in sales, I'll just use that as an example, they have a certain amount of inventory to do that business, right? And then say you have a store that does $200,000 a week in sales, but they don't have double the amount of inventory, they have triple the amount of inventory. That doesn't make any sense. So the question is, it's a question. How much inventory do you need to do the business that you're doing? Now, first thing right out of the gate, we don't want to hold you back to buy inventory. We'll never do that. You know what to do. You know what you need to order to do the business that you need to do. Okay, especially with regard to buy-ins. I'll use Wesson Oil as an example. You get that $9.80 cost on Wesson Oil and you sell it after the sale for $14.88. That's 34% for Wesson Oil, okay, all day long. We want you to make that buy-in every month. Okay, we'll never hold back the buy-ins. That's money in the bank. That's how you make money in this business. But as far as inventory levels, let's talk about all the other types of inventory. I'm not talking about the buy-ins, the single cases that are in the back room. We call it dead stock or non-productive inventory. All the single cases of dead stock on the over-rack shelving in the back rooms. Do we really need all this dead stock, this non-productive inventory in the stores? Let's work together to reduce all the non-productive inventory. Go through your store on a Monday every single week and have the team take a little section, count how many cases of single cases. Count how many cases of single cases you have in the store. Is it 200 cases of dead stock? Is it 300 cases of dead stock? Is it 500 cases of dead stock? If you can reduce the amount of dead stock and non-productive inventory, single cases that you have in your store by half, that's going to be money in the bank that's going to let us go to the Allegiance buying show, for example, and buy, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of goods. We take that cash and we can turn it into money by making buy-ins at these buying shows. Okay, so you want to think about, if we would request, we want everybody to think about reducing the amount of single case, non-productive inventory in the back rooms and on the shelf. Here's what we're going to do. We send every store in Metro 6 cases of these, and we send every northern store 4 cases of these things. There's 50 of them in a case. Okay, so Metro, you got 300 of these. Northern stores, you got 200 of these. Okay, here's what we would like you to do. We would like you to take these dummies and with your team over the next 3 weeks or so, and we want you to use every single one of them. Get them into the tuna fish. Get them into the coffee. Get them into the HBC. You can set them up this way. You can put them this way. You can double them up. You can triple them up. Whatever you need to do, we want you to use all of them and get them on the shelves in the areas that cost a lot of money. High-priced merchandise, your canned fish, your prepared foods, your spices, your HBC, your coffee, anything expensive. You could even do it in your pet food, not that expensive, but you can reduce the amount of inventory you need in your Fancy Feast, your 9 Lives, your canned dog food. Don't try, just do it. dummy up the shelves, everybody, with all of these things. And as soon as you're done with them, we'll send in more. And that's going to help reduce inventory levels in the store, free up a little cash for the whole company so we can go to that Allegiance buying show and we can buy merchandise that's going to make us money. Okay, everybody? This is the challenge. This is the plan. Reduce inventory in the stores. Reduce all your non-productive inventory. Let's get behind it. Thank you for everything that you do. On behalf of myself, Ed Hunt, the whole company, we appreciate it, and we will see you soon.